All right, kids, let's take a quick look at the markets. I did a video yesterday and I said, this dump with this rate hike is completely crazy. Everybody knew that the Fed was going to, jack up the rates 0.75. The big fear was he going to go higher than that? Powell didn't. He was overall hawkish. Folks, what were we expecting here? I mean, everybody and their mother knew this is exactly what was going to happen at this Fed meeting. Bitcoin's back a little bit, back above 19,000. We were actually at 19.2 like an hour ago or 2 hours ago. We're in a range. Who knows what's going to happen? Stocks are pretty much down today. I thought they would probably come back a little bit. I think we're going to get a stock market relief rally. I think this whole rate hike is going to be shrugged off because this is no surprise to anybody. So I think either tomorrow or the next day we're going to see stocks come back up. I would not be surprised if Bitcoin shoots back up above $20,000. I would not, before we finally get that ultimate capitulation. What's the big news today? Of course, we have the Cardano Vasil hard fork, which actually I think launches in a few hours. Like I said, been saying for the last couple months, everybody was saying, will this Vasil hard fork create a pump for Cardano? I said, absolutely not. That ship has sailed. Nobody cares. We're in a bear market. Generally, news doesn't really do all that much in a bear market, and Cardano's pretty much holding out at 45 cents. Now, that also means Cardano's probably not going to dump after the Vasil hard fork unless this hard fork goes to shit. And I'll be honest with you folks, I'm a little bit worried about it because Cardano is so low right now and so fragile along with the rest of the markets. If there's bad news coming out with this hard fork, just be ready to basically get out or put some money in stable coins. And I haven't been saying that about Cardano in over a year, but we want to make sure this goes properly, because if this does crash and it turns out to be a big embarrassment for Charles Hoskinson and Cardano, you don't want to be in Cardano, and that's just a fact. People can call me out and say, oh, look, you're not a loyal Cardano guy. No, I just want to make money. I've held coins that have gone to zero before, and I've held coins just for the heck of it because I got married to coins, and it always turns out to be a disaster. So I think everything is going to go fine, but definitely be paying attention to this Vasil hard fork if you have a large chunk of your portfolio in Cardano. I think it's going to go well, 90% chance. It might even pump Cardano after it goes well. But if they start finding bugs and there's problems, I don't know, not a bad idea to get out of Cardano for a little bit if that happens. I don't think that's going to happen, but you have to be thinking about it because it is crypto. So that's pretty much it with that. Of course, the Fed interest rate hike rattles the crypto markets, digging deeper with market talks. Look, folks, this is just how it's going to be for the next year. And I want to take people back to the coronavirus, COVID-19. This is nothing compared to that. I mean, yeah, they were printing money back then, which basically propped the markets. But I remember like Bitcoin dropped down to $3,000. Some of these altcoins dropped over 99%. Ethereum was down to like $60. Cardano was down to 2 cents. That's when Cardano dropped to 2 cents. I thought it was over. I was actually selling a lot of my coins during the COVID because I thought the whole world was going to end. This is nothing. We see these recessions. We see these market dumps. We see these interest rate problems like every 30 or 40 years. And we always come out of it. We're going to come out of it. It might take 6 months to a year, but there's nothing bearish right now except for, the inflation and what's going on with the Fed, but that's not forever. They're basically trying to correct the problem. And like I've said in previous videos, think what's going to happen when this is over and the Fed comes out and says, okay, we raised it by 75 basis points. Okay, we're going to do another 75, and then they start going down to 50, and then it's 50, and then they basically say we're done. There's going to be trillions of dollars coming back into these markets. And if you were accumulating during this time, you're going to make millions of dollars, and it's almost like a guarantee. The only way you're not going to come out on top by accumulating crypto now, good projects, is if we're in some sort of world war or something like that. And at that point, who cares if you lost money in crypto because, the world's over and your money's not going to help you anyway. So just ride this shit out. And like I said, I do expect a little bit of a relief rally. We're in a range. 17,000 may have been the lowest for Bitcoin. Maybe we'll go down to 12. Maybe it'll be 15. I really don't know, but it doesn't matter because we're already down so much. So I'm just accumulating, and I'm basically just making sure the projects that I'm in are doing okay. And like I say, Cardano has that big hard fork today. Just make sure that everything goes smoothly with that hard fork and make sure there's not problems. If there are, I'll take my money out of Cardano and I'll put it in something else. Maybe I'll put it into BNB. But like I said, I don't think that's going to happen, but you have to be ready to do that in these markets. We have XRP pumping. Folks, I've seen XRP pump so many times over the last couple years. I remember XRP had this giant pump of like 30% and then it crashed. It'll pump 20% and then crash. This pump is not going to last with XRP. Now, there are talks about the SEC. There being some major headlines in November, and XRP may come out of that on top. If so, yeah, in a bear market, I could see XRP pumping up to 70, 80, maybe even 90 cents if the lawsuit gets thrown out. But it's a risk. It's a risk. I mean, if you want to put some money in XRP, when it dumps back down to 39 cents or something like that, in hopes that's going to happen, that's fine. But there's better projects out there. And folks, this isn't the first time XRP pumped in a bear market. I actually made some money off XRP. I think it was 2018 or 2019 when I did a similar pump to what's doing right now. Because XRP has been in this range for the past 6 years. It's done absolutely nothing. So people get very excited over 11% pump, 20% pump. It's nothing, and it's just embarrassing at this point. You can make money on XRP, but it's one of the riskiest coins in the top 50, in my opinion. And there's no guarantee that this SEC lawsuit is going to go in their favor. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. If it does, we're going to see a pump. But how much do you think XRP is really going to pump in the bear market? Okay, maybe it'll double. Okay, that's great, but it's just like, it's such a risk. So yeah, you got $500, pop it in XRP, see what happens. But I wouldn't really want to be playing around with it right now. Now, if the SEC lawsuit does go in XRP's favor and then we go into a bull market next year, sure, hold some XRP. Maybe it'll go up to $3, $5, something like that. But I mean, Cardano is going to do far better, in my opinion. BNB is going to do far better. So, but to each his own, folks. But I've seen so many people who only held XRP in 2017 up to 2020 who could have been multimillionaires right now, and they made absolutely nothing holding XRP. It's one of the worst performing assets you could have held on crypto in the top market cap. And if you held XRP and for years and years and years, and it was the only thing you held, you made no money. So everybody else is buying houses, cars, retiring, and you made no money. So it's already proven to be a failure. Will it do something good? Maybe. But it's already proven to be a failure. So it's kind of like hiring somebody for your company who's a proven failure. And you hire him and he says, I'm changed and I'll do better. Maybe he will, maybe he won't. But he's already a proven failure. So it's just common sense at this point. Yeah, it could pump. It could double, maybe. SEC news or something like that. It could also go to zero if the SEC basically wins. So, but to each his own, folks. Like I said, the stock market's down today. Everything's pretty much dumping. I do expect a relief rally in the stock market because this whole Fed situation was predictable. And that's pretty much it, folks. Just hold on tight. We're in the same range we've been in for like 6 months. It's boring. Just keep accumulating. We'll see what happens with this Vasil hard fork. The main thing to take away from today is if you're big into Cardano, follow the Vasil hard fork news. If you see little trickles coming out, like, oh my God, crashing, not, servers down, Charles Hoskinson. Everybody's on Twitter being like, oh my God, it's destroyed. The exchanges, they're all shutting down trading for Cardano. Like, you don't want to see any bad news. But this Vasil hard fork, if it goes poorly, could end Cardano, in my opinion. I don't think it will. But you have to be prepared for every scenario. I'd say it's a 95 to 98% shot. It goes smoothly. Cardano's great. Cardano's $15 in a couple years. Everything's smooth. But there is that small percentage that there's a big problem. And if there is, my opinion, take your money out, put it in a stable coin, and see what happens. Or put it into something else. But as of now, I am absolutely bullish, and we will be following. And I think Cardano is going to be $10, $15 in a couple years. But you have to be ready for every scenario. Like and subscribe to my videos, folks. That will be a big help, and I'll talk to you later.